Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good day to everyone. My name is Maisarah Mohamed Saat from Azman Hashim International Business School, University Technology Malaysia. I'm going to share my experience in using classroom experiential learning in teaching business ethics course. Basically, experiential learning is about using experience when students learn. Fortunately, students who attended this class had just undergone a 6 months period of internship, or what we call industrial training. So they were asked to not only reflect what they have experienced throughout their lives, but most importantly, during their internship. I believe that effective teaching, especially in business ethics, needs the creativity of the lecturers to conduct in an active manner. And this is what I normally call student-centered learning. And when it's student-centered, the lecturer is actually the instructor or the facilitator. And students could create the environment where they share their thoughts, opinion, and of course, experience in activities planned for this course. So these are the class activities that we had. First is ethics lyrics composition. This is when students compose lyrics, okay, which consists of ethics related. And then they would sing it in front of the class, and they found it, although they found it to be challenging initially, but they actually enjoyed it eventually. So we have role play where students are given a certain ethical scenario and they will act in front of class. And here they need to make decisions based on the ethical dilemma. And they had debate, and they would debate and argue on the motion given. Students will also review on the movie that they have selected and watched. So they would reflect what are the moral that they learn from the movie. And then at the beginning of the class, we will begin with reviewing newspaper articles. This is when students shared the articles which is business related, including bribery. We also have diary, okay? And this is where students express their opinion in a written form. They would be given a topic, for example, what is wrong even if everyone is doing it. So they would give their reflections based on the topics or motion given. And of course, in every ethics class, we would have case studies and also ethical situation whereby they will discuss extensively in class. So before the students can actually engage in an experiential kind of learning, first they must have this kind of cognitive ability, okay, which is decision-making ability, because a lot of activities need decision-making. Of course, they need problem-solving skills. Secondly, students must possess and use analytical skills to conceptualize the experience that they share, and they must be able to reflect on the experience, use the new ideas gained from the experience. This is when I actually teach them about ethical theories. And lastly, they must actively involve in the experience. And from here, the objective of the study is to assess the effects of using classroom experiential learning in a business ethics course taught to a cohort of accounting students, firstly on their ethical sensitivity, or what we call ethical awareness, and secondly, ethical judgment making ability, which is ethical reasoning. Students were asked to fill in a survey before the class started and after the class completed the course at the end of the semester. And in between, we conduct all these class activities. So we did that on 102 accounting students, and they were given 16 business-related ethical situation, which measure ethical sensitivity, and 2 ethical scenarios that measure judgment. And for ethical sensitivity, they must rate the situation based on a scale from 1 unacceptable to 5 acceptable. So it is found that students actually improved in all 15 scenarios except for one, which is exceed a legal pollution limit, which I will discuss later. So students actually improved after the clause on situation involving padding expense account, recommend poor instruction, tax evasion, bribing a foreign official, stealing information, insider trading, chronism, hide financial truth, gender inequality, marketing strategy, harmful campaign, and using illegal software. And these are the scenario given to the students. One is the escaped prisoner, okay, which is also the neighbor, and students had to decide whether to report him or not, and they will have to reason out or do judgment making ability, judgment from the scenario. The second scenario is on bribery. As a purchasing manager, okay, it is found that the chief clerk has actually been receiving kickbacks or bribery, and you have to decide whether to terminate him or not. And then of course there's a drama behind it, whereby the chief clerk has like 8 children to support, and he has been contributing to the company. So students had to reason out why they make that decision. So based on this, students have actually improved in their reasoning. Before the course, most of the reasoning or the judgment are based on the avoiding punishment, which is stage 2 in Kohlberg's 6 stages of moral development. But after the course, they have reasoned out based on adhering to rules and law. The judgment made based on they must do it because the law says so, or because they have that kind of values. Okay, not just about avoiding punishment. So as a conclusion, okay, this study found that experiential learning is effective because they have the positive effect on ethical sensitivity and judgment. And then students have significantly improved in their ethical sensitivity in all scenarios, except for one which is related to pollution, indicating they know that polluting the environment is unacceptable even before being taught in the ethics class. Students can make better judgment as during the post-ethics class, they reason out much better by quoting on values, laws, guidelines, and etc. And here we see that experiential learning teaching method motivates students to learn, okay, based on all the activities conducted, engage them in the process of teaching, and enable students to interpret and understand the ethical dilemmas when they encounter in the near future. Okay? So we would say that experiential learning is encouraged, okay, in teaching business ethics course. Thank you.